We're at the Dog River Park in Northfield. There was an opportunity to do floodplain restoration here, as well as creating a public park.
The river used to come up and flood the neighborhood, and now when the flood occurs, it floods the field first and lessens the extended damage in the neighborhood.
In the spring, in 2011, the homes on this street were flooded. A lot of folks lost utilities like their boiler, their circuit box, that kind of thing. And so we identified those as an opportunity for acquisition and demolition in the future. In August of 2011, those same homes along Water Street were flooded for a second time. And the homeowners came to the town and said, "We don't want to be here anymore." The town had anticipated that and said, "All right, let's get started."
Over the next 5 years, the town worked with residents and FEMA to buy out and demolish 13 homes, helping to restore the natural floodplain to the Dog River.
We looked at the area, did a geomorphic assessment of the river, other data collection. We created a hydraulic model and tested different alternatives, settled on floodplain restoration.
Providing space for rivers to spread out during rainstorms helps reduce the impact to communities and achieve the goals of the Lake Champlain phosphorus TMDL.
The river experienced a 2-year flood this year, and it spread out into the field just like it's supposed to. It dropped sediment just like it's supposed to, and I'm really happy with it because it shows that the restored floodplain is functioning exactly the way that we had hoped. Given the opportunity to slow down, lose its sediment load, it will be doing less damage downstream. It will also be carrying less sediment to Lake Champlain. It will be carrying fewer nutrients to Lake Champlain. Nutrients like phosphorus stick to the sediment in the water. That phosphorus feeds algae blooms. So we want to see the phosphorus stay where it belongs in the fields and in the stream banks.
Floodplain restoration is considered to be a cost-effective solution to water pollution challenges. Scientists are using the Dog River Park flood to learn more about the role floodplains play in reducing pollution.
So this research is trying to quantify the functioning of floodplains, and by that I mean what's the capacity of a floodplain to retain sediment and nutrients, and specifically we're looking at phosphorus during flood events. We can get a really good estimate of phosphorus deposited on floodplains by sampling sediment because there's a portion of phosphorus that sorbs onto particles. We take a soil core, identify the depth of sediment deposited, so then we can translate a depth into a mass, and we analyze it for the total phosphorus that's associated with that sediment deposited on the floodplain. We determined that it was approximately 300 pounds of phosphorus were deposited there. It's great to see these floodplains, again, functioning as they need to, capturing sediment and the associated nutrients before they go downstream.
One thing that this project shows is the value of ecological restoration, restoring nature to function the way that it should, and the value of doing that kind of a solution to lead to clean water. And it's a public park where people get to enjoy spending time with their friends and family.